Hey everyone, and welcome back to Joey's Retro Newscast, where I go over the top news of the last week in retro handhelds, retro gaming, and just gaming in general. It's not a big week for news, but there is some important things, so let's get into it. Lime 3DS, the only remaining mature 3DS emulator, is discontinuing in favor of merging with Pablo MK7, another 3DS emulator developer, to create a super ultimate 3DS emulator. This is basically worlds colliding, two behemoths coming together, and so the 2119 update of Lime 3DS will be the last one until this new emulator comes out. This is both good and bad news. Good because all of the features of both emulators will be in one, and bad because if something happens to this one single project, we don't have a backup. Super excited either way. This news comes from longtime commenter Matt Davis, and he let me know that Pizza Boy Devs released a new emulator for Sega consoles, and it is called the Pizza Boy SC Pro, and it is on Android for $4.49 US on the Google Play Store. There is no free version, and I have to wonder who's going to purchase a paid emulator for these consoles over RetroArch, but it's great to have options. We have a first sample look at the upcoming RG406H from Anbernic. I'm going to withhold all judgment on colors and all of that until I see the final sample. But the general idea is this should have the 406V and 556 and RG Cube internals with the new sticks and the Sega D-pad. I don't have much to say on this. I was in the 406P, 406H, 406M camp for, a year and a half now. But after seeing the Retroid Pocket Mini, that's kind of what I wanted. And so the 406H isn't something I'm very interested in anymore. But I'm betting a lot of people are, so it looks like it might be coming pretty soon. I just don't think this can be anywhere near the Mini's price. Like, you have to be at $150 if you're going to do this, because Snapdragon, OLED, the battery life on the Mini, everything over what the T820 lineup does is big. So I would still have to point this at $150, but we know Anbernic's not going to do that. Anbernic is jumping into the controller market, and they released their new P01 controller, and that name just invokes happiness, doesn't it? It is, or was, $15 US during the pre-order period, plus another $12 or $14 in shipping, so it is around $30. This is a $30 US controller. I don't know who's going around marketing this as a $15 controller, but you have to pay shipping, so it is a $30 controller. I'll be honest, at $30 US, there are 8-bit DOE controllers that are just so much better than this, so to me, I don't need a knockoff 8-bit DOE. I don't need the R36S of controllers. I'll just go for the real one and be fine with it. But if you somehow want this Anbernic controller, then go ahead and buy it. It's from the website. It's great to have options. Okay, and so we got an update on the Retroid Pocket Mini shaders gate, or whatever you want to call it. The short of it is, according to Retroid, the screen is displaying as it should, and they're looking into software fixes to see about fixing the shader problems. I've also seen some users that are making their own shaders that will work with the Mini, as it seems like it doesn't affect all shaders, it's some shaders, and if you create your own, they still work. Once again, I am no shader expert. I don't use shaders, don't care about shaders. It sucks for people that are using shaders to have to go through this. And so if you're interested in seeing developments in this story, I would suggest visiting the Retroid Discord and following the Mini channel, and I'm sure a lot of people are going to be posting there, users as well as Retroid, to see if there's any fixes or anything like that. But if anything comes on down, software-wise, I'll let you know. The Retroid Pocket 5 is delayed until November 14th due to the work involved with Android 13. I'm also supposed to receive my review unit today, which is Thursday when I'm filming, but it's DHL, and I just looked at the tracking, and I highly doubt that it is coming today. I looked at my Mini's tracking, and the last time that it said where it was at now, it was 6 days later that I received it. So I don't know what happens. It is very weird with Retroid and DHL. AYN, INEO, other companies, DHL, I'll get things within 2 to 3 days, always, no matter what. Whenever Retroid sends me something with DHL, it's like a week and a half. Never makes any sense to me. I don't know. We'll see if I get lucky and it actually does arrive on Thursday and hopefully by Friday latest. But I'm not putting much stock into it after looking at the tracking. Either way, there are some few existing bugs that Retroid has pointed out with the review units, but I can't say that they're particularly egregious or massive for the purposes of an actual review. But keep an eye on my channel. I'll have all of the content that you need on the Retroid Pocket 5 when it arrives. GPD is teasing a new GPD Pocket 4. It is an 8.8-inch with an AMD Ryzen AI 9 HX370 processor or the option of an 8840U. This is definitely aimed at the non-gaming crowd, considering that it has no actual controls on it. But if you wanted a small 8.8-inch laptop to play games on, then keep an eye on this. 1xFly has a new handheld coming, the F1 Pro. This has the same processor like the GPD Pocket that we just talked about, but also it has a 7-inch OLED 144Hz screen, but it doesn't look like it has variable refresh rate. They confirmed on their Discord that this still has a 48 watt-hour battery, which, no matter how good the screen is, instantly takes this away from my interest. I've actually always wanted a 1xFly to test out. They've never responded to my emails. I've never had a chance to buy one. They've always been more expensive than the alternatives, but I've always wanted to just check one out, see what they're like. Just never had a chance to. Maybe this will be the one if I can find it for cheap, but I really like how their designs are and all of that. I can't justify purchasing their devices because they're not as good as other devices. Do you want some real-life TrimUI brick pictures? Well, I got you. Well, actually, Sean, the MinUI developer, has you. So thank you to Sean for these pictures. It is quite literally perfect size. I cannot wait for this device. I do think that there are the new colors coming, so if you want to hold off on black and white, then I would hold off for a few weeks, but I still don't have full confirmation. I asked GoGameGeek again yesterday. They didn't give me a straight answer, so I'm willing to bet that it is coming pretty soon. So if you want to hold off on the other colors, then do so, and I would go in and just tell GoGameGeek if you ordered from them that you want to wait or cancel and wait. Either way, but I'm super excited to get my forget what one I got, the white or the black, but I'm excited for those, and then I'm going to grab the red, probably, if that comes out. AYN has an Odin sale for $15 off any of the Odin devices from their website. No, the portal isn't included. Enjoy some savings. If my videos have been helping you, consider supporting me on Patreon, or just give this video a like and a sub. You can also come join me on the Discord and talk all about retro handhelds. Okay, look, just look. Blizzard released a $90 World of Warcraft mount. Okay? I bought this mount. Just getting this out of the way right now. I understand that you might not get this. You might not understand. You person watching this, if you haven't played World of Warcraft, if you still don't play, you might not understand this. But let me explain it to you. I've been playing World of Warcraft since Burning Crusade, the beginning. And that is now, I don't even know, 20 years maybe. Probably. I don't know how many years it's been. It's been a long time. And so on and off I've been playing. I have more hours in that game than any other game that I've ever played. There has always been a mount that I've wanted. There is a Brutosaur mount in the game that you've been unable to get because of how expensive it was, and I'm not a person who makes a lot of gold in that game. So I've never been able to get it. This mount lets you do auction house and lets you do a mailbox anywhere in the world. So yeah, I bought this mount, and I'm nowhere near telling you that it is a good purchase. I'm nowhere near telling you that you should do this. None of that. I am part of the problem. I fully get that, but I needed it. That's it. So full story, they released a $90 mount. That is a digital purchase. I bought one. A lot of other people bought one. Some people are mad, rightfully so. Some people are happy, rightfully so. And look, before you start judging me, I see you judging me. You have 6 Anbernic H700 devices in your house. You can't judge me for this one. You can't. I'm looking at you. I know you're looking at all those H700 bombs, and you can't judge me for this. Xenoblade Chronicles X Definitive Edition is coming to Switch on March 20th of 2025. The world went crazy for this. It is a Wii U game coming to Switch, and a lot of people like Xenoblade. At risk of upsetting all of the Xenoblade fans, I am not going to say my thoughts on Xenoblade as a series, but this is awesome for anybody and everybody that wants to play this. Nintendo has an app for music out. It is Spotify, but Nintendo songs. You need an active Switch Online membership to use it. I don't actually see myself using this, mostly because if I want to listen to the Nintendo music, I'll go play the game. But I know there's a lot of people that love hearing the music outside of the game and just having it as a relaxation thing. And so this is for you. Appreciate you all for watching, and that's all from me, Harbin.